Alright, so the final deck of the day is this Soviet-US mid-range deck. This is something I've been playing. I've been playing some version of this deck since the Alliance expansion or Allegiance expansion has dropped, though it's undergone some changes. Most notably, I've altered the deck a little bit to include some cards that Drogier's Soviet-German mid-range list is, and I'm just gonna try that out and see how it works. See if it kind of so just see how it feels. Switch it up. The previous deck, I felt like it lacked a little bit of like, I don't know. It had a lot of nice top. What I think the main thing it was lacking was that it just had a lot of, it had maybe too many defensive units that just didn't pair well into what other mid range decks were doing. So I think because this deck has a fair number of ways to deal with aggro, we can afford to like have a little bit more powerful units at the top end that are just a little bit more proactive for when we're facing other mid range lists. So. We'll see if the little modifications I make feel good, feel reasonable, or if we want to go back to what we were doing. I think the main things I changed was that I replaced some things like a Siberian transfer and like a BP-40 with the two Yak 9s. BP-40 is something like it can be so backbreaking against certain decks, and then just so useless against others. Just a very polarizing card. I'd rather have something that's just more all-round good. This guy was playing Alpine, maybe? I don't know. I think we'll keep the removal. This stuff is very expensive anyway. Draw a random countermeasure, cost 3 less. Sure. So they will start with this. Okay, can't play that anyway. For a while. Sure. Oh, were they playing the British German tempo deck? Yeah, that might have been what they were doing. Oh, combo deck? Okay, sure. We might be too slow to beat this, but we'll see. What I can do is I can hit this unit with this to give us more health to get him out of range for being able to stop us, if necessary. Now we can just shoot this. What are the chances he can go off next turn? 4, 8. Oh, that's great. I'd much rather that hit a Katyusha than the HELLCAT or this thing that we want to... Oh, this thing, it doesn't really matter. think I hit this to get us out of range. Sure. Ooh, that's nice. Not today. Great, that's awesome in this matchup, assuming it's Japan aggro, which it should be. It's more than likely. Although he didn't play anything turn 1, which is suspect. Okay, it looks like it's more of a control list. I think we still run this out. That's annoying. Maybe I'm actually supposed to play this and play red banner? No, because then this just shoots. At least it shoots the 3-2 that can't do anything, so that's not ideal. I just got like everything for our opening moves, eh? I mean, that's kind of nice. Too bad. Our hand was nicely set up to deal with aggro, not this weird mid-rangey control list. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Caps. What do I play? Just the Yak 9 maybe? And it's just gonna get pinned. Could Hellcat this, move this up? That's the line. Man, our draws have been awkward. That'll be nice if it'll end up mattering. Thanks for the cards. Did I just play both of those? No, I don't think so. Play this thing. Really wish that this had hit Avenger, but I guess I can't complain. I'd assume that his deck is running last rights. Or to the last man, whatever that's called. What a weird deck. I just play out first rifles. Do I play this? I don't know. Yeah, and normally we wouldn't have a problem with a deck like this, but our draws have just been so awkward. Got off to a weird start. Plus, I probably didn't sequence my plays necessarily optimally because I have no idea what he's doing. And if I play too much, then he can just to the last man us. Which I wouldn't be surprised if he has that card in hand right now. I don't know. Kind of in a shit spot anyway, no matter what. We can't beat that card advantage, I don't think. At this point, I really hate Empire of the Sun. Yeah, I'd prefer you don't tell me what the opponent's running anyway. Like I wanna see what our deck can do without the knowledge of what they're doing. If we face them on the ladder again, sure, we can use the knowledge we've acquired from previous games to make better decisions. Yeah, if Parade hit Avenger there, so we could have gotten it down early, take out the Takasagi, and then like, maybe do more. Like when our hand was more full, so we're less likely to lose our big, good unit. I don't know. would have been different there. It just didn't really come together for us. I'd have to rewatch the game to see where I went wrong. But it looks like we're gonna get to. I think I'll keep most of this. I guess by putting that engineer regiment back in the deck, I have a chance to draw it with ZHUKOV. Maybe that is a reason alone to keep it in the opening hand. Yeah, he definitely played well. It's just like it helped that we didn't really know what he was doing for a while. And he's also running a lot of off-meta cards like reinforcements. I guess this is the opportunity to use this. Might not get to again. Yeah, and that's the benefits of running things that are off the beaten path, right? You can gain some percentage points because your opponent's not going to be able to sequence their plays optimally because they have no idea what you're doing. We're just like, obviously it's an AI, but like even in this position, like we're just so far ahead with cards. I'd rather just keep his board in check and how badly do we want to get that off the table right now? I think it's worth it. Then we have enough resources to do this. Oh, we had another hammer in hand. If that's what you're referring to. Nor should it. I would definitely don't think I'd program my AI to surrender because you never know. I am muted. I don't know why that happened. How long have I been muted for Christ's sake? I never touched that button, and it just decided to mute me at some point. Yeah, so, okay, I guess I'll go back and answer that question. Because the recording didn't even get my, my speech either. So, it depends on the situation. In that situation, I was fine using the M18 as kind of like a removal order. But in other situations, if it's not performing that role, then it can just be a great way to help deal damage to the enemy HQ and put pressure on them or even finish them off. That's why I don't like running the because the M18 only has 2 HP, I don't like running it out just to be resource efficient in 99% of situations, because it's most of the time just going to get killed. It's a cheap unit with low operation cost and blitz, so usually you can get more value off of it than that. Well, that's nice, assuming he starts playing really expensive and tough units. Like here, like I don't want to just... I could be resource efficient and throw out the M18, but it's not really worth it. Now it might be worth it, but we saw careless talk from him, so it's probably just gonna die. So I think I still am just supposed to wait. We're not really under that much pressure. We don't care about this thing. 4 damage to the HQ doesn't do much. We'll just wait. That was one of the best things he could have discarded from us. And now we know he doesn't have he didn't have whatchamacallit. I think we read banner this because it's so... Then again, he can't target. He's probably running Eagle Claws though. I think this is worth doing. If it was at 5 health still, I would leave it. Wow, if that survives till next turn, that's gonna be great. It did not. Okay, so he doesn't have From the Deep in hand. He might have Missing. And anyway, what I was gonna say about last game is that we our deck is our opponent was running a ramp deck, and ramp is typically strong against what we have going on. I think even though it's very likely that he's running Missing, I think we try to use Hellcat here. No, I don't think that's necessary. I think we can do that because he's probably going to Leopold this turn. And then... Okay, never mind. Alright, now that we know he doesn't have Missing up, now we do this. Yeah, like, see, by waiting to play the M18, we've guaranteed a lot of value. Now, like, he's dead to so many things off the top of our deck. Okay, that means he's got... Yeah, it's a great dual role card. You use it as an aggressive tool when you need to close out the game, but until you get to that point, you save it for a removal spell. Removal order, removal card, whatever you want to call it, because It trades well with most other units in the game, or just outright kills them. I think we're supposed to keep everything. I could see an argument for tossing back one of the CHAIKAs. Oops, it's my turn. For some reason I thought he was going first, even though we had a lot of cards. Even though we had only 4 cards, whatever. I screwed up. I screw up often. Doesn't seem like they have. Ooh. Okay, a little punished for not just using this. Chances are we're gonna get to use it. Where he's gonna take the front line from us again at some point. That's a guarantee. Although in this case I might actually throw this into here because that's 3 health that we'll gain. And that's a lot, like that's above average for our deck. Or it's normally not gaining us that much health. And maybe I'm just supposed to be resource efficient and do this. Because again, very likely to take the front line from us this turn anyway. Okay, that's kind of good. I'd probably use the hammer on this. Fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. Matter of fact, am I supposed to play the KV-1 here? Trades well with most of his stuff, and it makes further things that he plays less appealing. He probably hits it with Sendai Regiment though, but we have the hammer for that. Alternatively, it could be that I'm just supposed to start pressuring his life total a little bit. That's probably not true. Yeah, let's play this. Because, like, what could happen is he moves this to the front line. Sendai regiments. We hit the Sendai regiment with the hammer to put this back into play. Then we... Okay, never mind. Then when we use the Awoken Giant on that, it's... at least he'll take 2 damage when he draws a card. Now we have another one of those. This might be questionable. This will never destroy something when it comes into play, so now that I can safely do it without it, like, getting hit, I think now's the time, so it can start bombing things. Or bombing him. Really? Well, that is not a card I expected to see. That's a great draw. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to save a hammer for the Sendai Regiment like we said. Okay. I think he's dead, right? Because if I bomb... No, I destroy this. Bomb his face. I have enough resources to finish him off with this. Okay. How much more time we have? We can play two more with this deck, I think. 2, 3. Depends on how quick the matches are. All right, I think that's all nations FM now except Germany. Which is fine. I like Germany. They might not be that strong, but I like playing the decks. Probably gonna, maybe next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll stream a little bit. We'll just do an all German day. Try to see what can get us to FM. I'll try Alpine. I'll try, I don't know, my German Soviet mid-range list that I used last season. German US is a decent combination too, I suspect. This I think we want to keep. Most of what we have is good. I just maybe we don't need the big expensive stuff. Maybe even this. Solid unit though. Just kind of wanted one of our good 2 drops. Now we found it. It's fine. Alright, he didn't find a unit that he could play this turn, or that he wanted to play this turn, which was a little scary. Oh, that's interesting. Alpine. Soviet Alpine, huh? Only applies to Soviet infantry, though. Okay, so I think we just hit this, and it worked. So we can just deal an extra damage to his face then. Could be right to actually just run this into here to upgrade it, so to speak, into a He didn't have a bloody sickle for this last turn, so hoping that we can avoid that for a little bit. Yeah, see now, like, he plays a big chunky tank we don't like. Now I can use that to trade with it efficiently. We lost a 3-drop for his 6-drop. We spent 5 resources to do it, but... now he's like just kind of getting to the point where he's gonna we can almost just burn him out. Artillery and fighters can't attack that. Could play this, but then this kills it. this moves forward and kills something else of ours. I don't know, but then that takes up all of his resources, pretty much. Takes up 7. He'll need that, like, plus a bloody sickle to not die, or he'll need something else entirely. Right. Well, that's awkward. We have enough time for one more, and then we will call it a stream. Thanks everyone for hanging out and watching. Thanks for all the follows. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, we do I do upload all of my my matches on my YouTube channel. There's a link below the stream, so you can go check out all the matches from today or from our past streams if you're interested in seeing something specific. I have them all kind of titled by deck type, and the deck lists are in the description as well, so if you're interested in playing that particular list, you can get that information. I think we just kill this. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I'm sure our deck can do fine against this, but it might just, our hand might not just be well set up to do so. Thank you, kind sir, for drawing us 2 really cool cards. I love this card so much. I think I run out the Yak 9, because even if he has From the Deep, we're just going to draw a card. And look at that, we drew another Yak 9. So I think we'll start with this, then this. Could play Annihilation here. Yep, that's fine. Man. That was one of the worst hits in our hand. That kind of sucks, but... Do I play out these? Or do I leave them in my hand to get discarded to random crap? Probably. Could also play Parade and play out one of them. I think we would just play out the other 4 or 5. It's always a Neville Werfer. Neville Weffer, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, there we go. That served its purpose well, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. Wow, that sucks. If I was greedy and started with here, we would have gotten rewarded immensely for that. Now I'm not sure that I can let that thing live. To be fair, since we were gonna looking to take 2 damage anyway, maybe I should have started by hitting the Neville Werfer in hopes of drawing an Awoken Giant. We would have had 2 draws to get there, so it's just something to keep in mind. I'm actually gonna move this forward to bait out a missing if he has one, which he doesn't. Well, actually, we might want to use the hammer on that. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or 10, 11. We want the frontline one killed or this one? That's a pretty great draw. Considering we're getting discarded on. Alright. Perfect timing. That was about an hour with this deck, so. There you go. Where did we end up overall? 67? Cool. So, yeah, let's do a small little wrap. I mean, Soviets have some of the best cards for mid-range right now. They're just, all their elites just generate so much value. ZHUKOV, Parade, this thing. First Rifles is great. 6th Airborne, especially with another elite way over here. The Red Banner is just awesome. And pairing them with big, heavy bombers like the US has to offer, just to give you ways to deal with other powerful units across the table. Makes for a very potent pile of cards, in my opinion. M4A1 showed off its power a couple times there. Us just drawing both of them in hand when the enemy tried to use discard on us, either from Takasagi regiments or just a German, the wide range of German discard spells, wolf packs, U375s, etc. Mobilization is a nice addition to the deck as well for the US for draw. If they didn't have it, you could just run Arctic Convoy would be a reasonable replacement for it in decks, in other decks that aren't running US cards. But yeah, I think Soviets are in a really good place right now, and you almost can't go wrong with the nation that you pair with them, as long as Germany, Japan, and US I think are all very strong choices right now, and yeah. I don't know what much more to say about that. Hopefully that kind of showed off the power level of the deck and make people consider it more. Yeah, I think I'm done for the day. I usually just stream 3 decks for 3 hours, typically. I want to try to do that more often, maybe 2-3 times a week. I did a stream yesterday of similar length, and I hope to be back sometime next week to do it again. See if we can get Germany to field marshal finally. But yeah, that's it for me. So thanks everyone for stopping by, hanging out, and checking things out. And good luck in your cards matches, and have a great weekend.